With many years of paranormal investigating under our belt, there has been some amazing evidence collected from some amazing locations. Many of these locations have not been featured in any video from 4State Paranormal, nor do all of our investigations make it to haunting history. We are opening the vault and bringing you inside some of our most memorable investigations and telling you our story firsthand. So take a trip with us as we explore our haunted past. So after my first group dissolved, in 2010-2011 we put together 4State Paranormal, and our first investigation back at the Crescent was an investigation with KY3 News from Springfield, Missouri, and they did a 3-part Halloween special.
Ages ago, the Crescent Hotel was billed as the most elegant resort in the Ozarks. Now it's called the most haunted hotel in America.
Very large and kind of creepy.
Voices in the morgue.
We have a lot of phenomena down here, I tell you.
Dancing apparitions in the dining room. Ghostly guests are said to be lingering all about. Chad Klein spends an eerie night with paranormal investigators, hoping to discover a spectral surprise.
I just heard it was clear as day through this thing.
Monday on KY3 News at 10.
Silently stoic above Eureka Springs, the Crescent Hotel has a reputation. The most haunted hotel in America.
Very large and kind of creepy.
At the Crescent, a picture's worth 1,000 questions, from arms in the morgue to see-through specters peering in the hallway. Guests believe they've captured ghosts on film. Mysterious women are seen, sometimes upside down in TVs that are turned off, other times floating in mist, reflected in a window.
We've captured an image of a shadow figure in one of the chairs.
This is what David Glidden caught on a previous trip. He says the Crystal Dining Room was empty at the time of this photo.
We don't say you've got to believe. We don't say this is the truth. We just say this is what's reported.
Can you get that off there and bring it down to the morgue?
On this night, we followed 4State Paranormal. The team didn't photograph any phantoms, but disembodied voices did come out to play.
We're here to try and talk to Michael.
The first of the night, believed to be the Crescent's first fatality. During construction, a builder named Michael fell to his death from the roof. His body landed in what's today room 218.
How much you like it here?
Michael also allegedly caressed the female guest inside of the room.
Wow.
Just get a little chill?
Mm-hmm.
The hot spot of the night, though, the basement morgue. Yep, this hotel has a morgue. Dates back to the days when Norman Baker owned the hotel. He claimed he could cure cancer, made it a hospital. It was totally a scam, with more than 400 people dying in the building over 3 years.
Hey, Jeremy.
Nice.
That's nice.
It starts with a disembodied voice calling out into the darkness.
Obviously, you wanted to get our attention, or you wouldn't have said, hey.
This time, the voice isn't audible to the ear, but is captured by the audio recorder.
So you said hey twice, trying to get our attention.
Something was speaking in riddles and playing hide and seek with the team that night.
I seen you pass across the hallway a little second ago.
Anybody down here?
The entity made its final statement as the group was leaving the morgue. It appears whatever was down there was happy to see us go.
If they hear audible voices. So it was a great stay?
It was a very great stay.
The pieces of audio captured at the hotel adds to its claims of being the most haunted hotel.
And it'll be the same thing that's happened to someone 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, 2 years ago, so it gives it credibility.
In Eureka Springs, at the Crescent Hotel, Chad Klein, KY3 News.
So after that trip, we went back. There was one investigation in particular that really stood out for us, which we collected, or I guess we had a lot of experiences, and we did collect some evidence. The guys, John, Barry, and Steven, who was a member at the time, when we first got there, they stayed in room 426.
So we got 426 and we were in there, and we decided to do an EVP session. Myself and Barry, we were over by the window, and Steve, running the camera, one of our older guys, he was by the bed side that was near the door to go out in the hallway. Well, he was filming us do the EVP session, and all of a sudden, this bright blue, neon blue colored light came next to the bed. It was level with the bed, and it was just floating there. And we tried to get Steve's attention, but it didn't work, and the light disappeared. Well, Steve was still over there, and all of a sudden, after that occurred, after a few moments, there was a dark figure came through the wall, and as soon as it came through the wall, Steve was there, and it just disappeared. Well, come and find out, the room that is now a towel closet, or where they put all their cleaning supplies and stuff like that, that used to be a room at one time.
Now, even though the guys didn't really capture anything on video, the camera's audio did pick up a breath while they were investigating.
Okay, can you please speak in the black box we have sitting on the edge of the bed for us then? Really doesn't like some of those.
Was that just outside, or?
What? I don't know.
That deep breath? Yeah, was that outside the door? Someone coming up the stairs, probably?
I didn't hear nobody coming up the steps.
Well, I guarantee we caught that on tape.
So after hearing about this linen closet, we decided that we were going to do an investigation in there. Well, Stephen and I went in first, and we had a couple things happen. We didn't have a whole lot happen, but one thing we noticed was there's an electric panel on the wall, that wall that joins 426 in that room. So, moving away from it for about 2 feet away, the EMF dissipated, and we had a K2 with us at the time, and we started getting a bunch of K2 spikes.
Can you see all the people in the hotel? Everybody that's in the building now? That was a big spike.
Yeah, it was. Would that go up to about 10 milligauss?
It went up red. Red's 20.
Oh, it hit red?
Uh-huh.
Oh, there it went to 10. Wow. Are you trying to speak to us right now?
Just use all the energy in this room. Do whatever it takes. Felt like a little cold breeze.
I felt it too. There we go.
Yeah, buddy.
Now you got the hang of it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, don't stop.
Goose.
Get up to red again. No, oh, there you go. You trying to take this from me? My hand just got cold.
Whoa, and it jumped. Whoa.
Oh, shit. Thank you.
So thinking that it was probably the box, I wanted to move the K2 meter, so I moved down towards the floor. As I did so, I noticed that I started feeling this staticky charge on my right arm. And as I was feeling this, the K2 meter started spiking again. So it started coinciding with each other.
Do you know Jacob? I just felt something on my arm.
I'm feeling something on my ankle.
Like a tingling sensation. There it goes. It started spiking again.
Yep.
Do you know Jacob? My hair feels like it's raising off of my arms, literally.
Keep your arm right there.
I am. It feels like my hair is raising on my arm. Are you touching me right now? I'm just getting tingly all over.
Do you have a thermometer in your pocket?
I don't. I feel tingly all over. There you are.
You feeling okay?
There, it is spiking.
Oh yeah.
While I was getting those K2 hits, the camera's audio seemed to have picked up a very, very faint yeah.
Cold breeze coming right through.
Yeah, I'm feeling all kinds of...
Something's here.
Like
somebody's here.
Goosebumps, chills, my back.
So we stood up, you know, we continued our EVP session, and after a while, like I'm standing with my back to the door. I'm probably about 5 feet away from the door. And to my left, I hear this voice say, hello. And I asked Steven if he had heard it, and he didn't. But we did capture it on audio.
You alright?
So after a few more minutes, we decided we should let the other guys in to see if they can come up with anything. And we started going towards the door, and as soon as I reached for the doorknob just started jiggling. And I grab it real quick, and I open up the door to see who's on the other side, but there's nobody. I look down the hall, and I see Barry sitting on the floor, and the other guys are next to him. So nobody was there to jiggle that handle as fast as I opened it up. And you'll hear on the audio, my reaction to all this.
Let's let them in here.
All right.
Hey, are you kidding me?
Where are we going?
Nobody was touching the door. Let's let them in here.
All right.
Hey, are you kidding me?
Where are we going?
Nobody was touching the door.
So when the guys are in the linen closet, there wasn't really anything that happened. The only thing of substance was, as they're investigating, you hear this sound like the door handle being jiggled again. Nobody recognized it, nobody acknowledged it, but John did hear it. And in the video, you see him look over his shoulder for a second, but just continued on with the investigation. Like, just continued on doing the EVP session. So it's very peculiar indeed.
All you need to do is get that energy and push it into the little box that John is holding. Will you please come back to us?
So downstairs, on the ground level, I guess it's more like the basement. There's the New Moon Spa, there's the morgue. But by the New Moon Spa, there were a couple of bathrooms. There was a men's and women's bathroom. And it was said that you could hear stall doors opening and closing, and that those areas were fairly well haunted, or fairly well active. And we went down there. It's all covered up now. It's all been walled over. But we went down there, and from the men's room, we could hear these stall doors closing.
Ladies' bathroom right there. On the other side.
We went to check it out, didn't hear anything, came back to the men's room. When we were back there though, I started getting like this really, really cold sensation on my arms. And we measured with a infrared thermometer, and there was a drastic difference. While we were doing this, we did pick up an EVP. I'll just play that and let you guys hear what you want to hear.
See how cold my arm is? It's just right there on my forearm.
Now, I'm not going to tell you what we think it says. We're just going to leave that open for debate. If you want to tell us what you think, put it in the comments. So, as we walked out of the bathrooms, there's a little nook across the stairs there, like to the left of the stairs. There's a little nook there, and as we come out of the bathroom, I saw this shadow kind of go around the corner real quick. And thinking that it was somebody back there, I went back there, and there was nobody. This little nook, as soon as you go around the corner, there's maybe a 5-foot stretch of hallway, and then there's an elevator. And, you know, for me, that was just like a kind of thing, you know. Like, I've seen shadows before, but, you know, it was so quick, and just knowing that there was nobody back there, that was really awesome. So we continued to the morgue. Now, the thing about the morgue that a lot of people don't realize is that there's a lot of lines running above you in the ceiling, and those lines put off EMF. Quite a bit, to be honest with you. And so there's that to contend with. But while we were checking those lines, we caught this odd laugh on audio, and we're not sure who or what it was.
The line's up here, but where we shouldn't get it, there's a lot of electrical lines.
Oh, there we go.
Now later on, while we were down in the morgue, we did capture another piece of audio it's pretty loud, and it's very odd because number one, it has like an accent, or it seems like it has an accent. And number two, there's a rhythm to it. And the third thing is, what we think it says is in reference to what we were talking about. And what we were talking about was going to this room called the Governor's Suite. Now this room is on the first floor, it's near the lobby, but when you go in it, there's a long hallway and then 3 rooms. And we were talking about going in there to do some investigating when this voice happened.
We're gonna go upstairs. That guy was telling us about another room that if somebody had jumped by 2 o'clock, we're gonna go
Like that?
there
The
and
whole
do that.
way around?
I think it's like
Did you guys catch what it said? So here's what we think it says. With this rhythm, it sounds to us as if it's referencing the hallway room. So it could be something like, write down the hallway room, or I've got the hallway room. Here it is again.
we're gonna go upstairs. That guy was telling us about another room that if somebody had jumped by 2 o'clock, we're gonna go
Like that?
there
The
and
whole
do that.
way around?
I think it's like
I hope you guys enjoyed that look at one of our old investigations of the Crescent Hotel. We always love going there. We try to go there at least once a year. If you haven't been, take a trip to Eureka Springs, even like for a weekend, just to visit. Enjoy the hotel, enjoy the town. I guarantee you, when you walk in that hotel, you will feel the energy. You will feel the atmosphere just radiating. If you want to ghost hunt or investigate, I would recommend going not during tourist season, but like in the off season, late fall, winter. Number one, you get rooms cheaper, and number two, there won't be hardly anybody there to really fumble your investigation, you know. So take those 2 pieces of advice, visit the Crescent Hotel, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you want to see more, there's going to be links after this video for you YouTubers.